Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Jennifer, but everyone calls me Yenny. Lots to do today, but first I wanted to make sure that I made it to the park and got my walk in. It feels so good to get some fresh air and to get my exercise in. It gives me the energy I need for the rest of the day. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you like this video, and you guys, guess what? I hit 100 subscribers. I am so excited. 104 actually. I am so excited and I really hope to keep growing. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to finish my walk and we'll get this day started. I just got back from my walk and from Walmart to get some things that I need for Mother's Day. We are gonna have a get together with the whole family, and it's going to be here at my house. So I have a lot to do and a lot to get ready, and I'm going to try to get as much done today as I can. Today is Friday, the party is tomorrow. The problem is I started kind of late, so it's already almost 1 o'clock. And Jaden has a band concert tonight, so I am running short on time. The concert starts at 7, but he has to be there earlier. I'm not sure what time yet, probably around 6. So in that time, like I said, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can done today for tomorrow's party. And then I'm also gonna make dinner so that we can eat before we head to the concert. And then I also have to clean and get ready, which the first thing I'm gonna do is clean up the kitchen really quick. And then let me show you what I got from Walmart. Okay, so again, we are making carne asada. I think that's just everybody's favorite. And also we're gonna have hot dogs for the kids. So I got 3 packs of those. I went ahead and got some sunscreen because it's just getting hot now. And I got some off spray just in case there's mosquitoes, because I am gonna set up tables outside. And then I got this tape runner for my scrapbooking. I got some cool coconut Glade plug-ins for the bathrooms. This little Tupperware set, I loved that color and the style of it. This is for one of the Mother's Day gifts. I also have some little small gifts that I'm going to be giving out to everybody. And I was missing one, so this is what I got. I got this gift bag. That's for my mom's present. And here's the hot dogs. I got 3 packs. I got some tomatillos, some Roma tomatoes, and some jalapenos. These are all going to be for my salsas. And then for decorations, I got 4 table covers, and this yellow one is for this table, the dining room table. And then I found this pack. Instead of just buying individual ones, I went ahead and went with this. It says decoration kit, 35 pieces, and this was only like 5 something, I think. So I went ahead and grabbed that. And this I'll probably set out outside. I'm going to see if I have time to do that today. And first things first, I gotta wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. I always like to start there first because whenever that's done, I just feel so much better already. So I always like to get that done first and then move on to everything else. I wash all of my dishes by hand because when I had this house built, I opted out of the dishwasher because I never grew up having a dishwasher, so I just felt it was something that was unnecessary. Actually, one time when I was growing up, we did have a dishwasher because the house that we moved into already came with one, but we never used it. I think my mom didn't like it and didn't think that the dishes got clean. So that's kind of like the mentality that I grew up with too, and it just stuck with me. And so now I'm just stuck washing dishes by hand, but I really don't mind that much. I'm just used to it, I guess. Now that the kitchen is clean, and before I start anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and get my salsas going. I'm making a green salsa and a red salsa, and these are both for tomorrow, but I wanna go ahead and make them today. That way they'll be ready and I don't have to do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna need my comal. This is gonna be for my red salsa. I'm going to char up the jitomates. Okay, so I washed my tomatoes. I'm just gonna sit them here in the middle. I'm gonna set them to number 4 and then just leave them alone, let them start charring, and then I'll start flipping them over once one side is done. Also for my red salsa, I have this little small saucepan and I'm going to put in about 16 of these chiles de árbol. Okay, I added some water to this pot and I'm just gonna set it in this back burner and let them come to a boil. For my green salsa, I have some serranos, my jalapenos, and some tomatillos. And this is all that they had. I got these at Walmart. This was all they had available. They were really, really small. But I'm gonna get these washed up. And again, I'm gonna put all of these together, add some water, and let them come to a boil as well. I'm going to be taking the stems off all the chiles that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to be unwrapping my little tomatillos. I ended up using this whole bag, or almost the whole bag, because some of them were bad, so those I didn't use, but the rest I did. And I'm not sure how many of these that would equal to, because some of these tomatillos were like really, really small. And once I'm done with that, I'll rinse some and fill the pot with water and set them on the stove. I have my jalapenos, serranos, and tomatillos here. I added some water and now I'm gonna let those come to a boil. And while I was doing all of that, my chiles de árbol already came to a boil. So I'm just gonna turn this off and let them sit there for a while. Here's how my tomatoes are coming out. We're gonna go ahead and flip those over. And while all of that is going, also have another pan over there. That's just for some eggs that I'm about to make for myself for lunch. But while that's all going, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out this table and get all of this taken care of. Look at these flowers, you guys. This is real life. I keep saying every day I'm going to get rid of those, and here they are. But today we are gonna get rid of those. I already put some of the stuff away, but I just still have a few more things, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put down the table cover, and hopefully it stays put and it doesn't tear before tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at how everything is going. These tomatillos are ready. I'm gonna go ahead and take the tomatillos out and let the chiles keep boiling. The tomatoes probably need another turn, probably the last turn here, because I think they're on the third side right now, so this will be the fourth side. I'm gonna let those go for a little bit longer, and like I said, I'm about to take out my tomatillos. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I got all my tomatillos out right there. They have changed colors, so that means that they are ready. Like I said, I'm gonna leave my chiles in here just a little bit longer. I need them to also turn a different color, so they still have a ways to go. Also, my tomatoes are ready, so over here I have about half a cup of water, and I'm just going to remove my tomatoes and put them in here and just let them cool down for a little bit. Okay, we're gonna let that keep going. Once my jalapenos are ready, I will turn those off, and all of this has to sit for a while and let it cool down. I don't want to put it in the blender hot like that, so once these are done, it's all just gonna sit until it cools down, and then we'll come back to that. But for now, the next thing I'm gonna do is finish setting up the table. I'm gonna wash all the placemats before I set them on there, and then probably after that, we'll get started on putting together some of the decorations. I cleaned this all up, and now I'm gonna make a mess again. I'm gonna go ahead and see what's in this pack. And also in my closet, I found this this garland kit that I have to make your own sign. So I'm gonna do one that says Happy Mother's Day. So I'm gonna take this apart. I don't know, I think this might have been from New Year's, yeah. This was from New Year's, so I'm gonna redo this to say Happy Mother's Day. And then also from New Year's, I found these little confetti things that I'm gonna set out on the tables, and I'm not sure if tomorrow's supposed to be windy or not, but if it's not, I'll set some of these on the tables outside as well. And I did find some pink ones also, but these have a little like smiley face. So hopefully it doesn't look too childish, but I'm just working with what I already had. I'm going to, here in a little bit, I'll sprinkle some around here and see how that looks. But let's go ahead and open up this little kit. Okay, so this says 35-piece set. It came with some like tissue palm balls, some little like a banner, and like a 3-piece fan out paper circles. They were really cute, but just those were only 6 pieces. I guess they counted the balloons. Okay, guys, so I am going to fan out my fans and blow up the balloons and make my Happy Mother's Day sign. But while I'm doing that, I wanted to share with y'all, I finally hit 100 subscribers. I know, how silly is that, but I am so excited. I have been waiting for that 100 for a while, okay? I don't know why it's just so slow. I don't know if that's just how it is for everyone, but I really enjoy making these videos. I enjoy like the recording part of it, and then especially I think the editing and just watching everything come together. I really enjoy that. And I remember making a video a while back, a few months ago already, and I think I was talking about having like 40 something subscribers, and I was so happy even then with my little 40 subscribers, and now I hit 100. So I know that seems like nothing to a lot, but for me it is very exciting, and I am so happy with my 100 subscribers. So if you are one of them, thank you for subscribing. I hope that you enjoy my videos, and I hope that you're enjoying this one too. I am going to add a little bit of tape because I've made these before and they do open up sometimes, so I'm just securing it with some tape. That way I don't have that problem. And like I said, these are going outside, so I want to make sure that they stay put. So anyways, my goal was to hit 100 subscribers for the longest time. So I guess now my next goal is just to hit 200 subscribers, and we'll see how long that takes. And in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy the process. I'm going to enjoy the journey, you guys. Baby steps. But anyways, like I was saying, I think they must have counted the balloons. I don't remember how many balloons came in there. I think there was only around 10, and then also there was like some more of like the confetti to put around tables. I think they must have counted each individual piece of those too, because otherwise it is not 35 pieces. It is 6 pieces plus the balloons plus the confetti. And now I am moving on to my Happy Mother's Day sign, which I kind of messed up. I was kind of confusing everybody because I wanted to do a 2025 so that in the pictures, like it clearly shows what year it was, but I couldn't find a 0, and then the O looked too different from the numbers, like it was way wider, so I didn't want to use that. So instead I thought like, well, I'll just put 25 for the year 2025, but I guess without that little, like, you know, the little apostrophe thing, it just kind of looked like day 25. So everybody was confused, like, why is it day 25? It's not the 25th today. So that was my bad. I guess I was the only one who understood that, but I did end up telling my sister, like, okay, just take the 25 off of it, put the day in the middle, and we'll take pictures like that. And it was okay. It still turned out great. Once I finish getting my sign together, I'm gonna head outside. I'm first going to clean the window, and then I'll hang up my decorations. Okay, it is already 3:30. I have been nonstop, go. I'm about to go hop in the shower because I need to do that. Jaden's about to be out of school, but my oldest son is here and he's been doing that for me, so that saves me a lot of time. That alone is probably like 45 minutes to go pick him up and come back. Before I go hop in the shower, let me show you what I have going on. Okay, so here is what the dining room table looks like with the little confetti. I think that looks really cute. These table covers are so cheap. We'll see if it's still good by tomorrow, but if it's not, I'm just gonna leave it anyways because I don't think I'm going back to the store, but it should be fine. Over here, I have some tilapia defrosting. This is what we're gonna have for dinner. I'm just gonna make some Parmesan crusted tilapia. All of my peppers, they are cooled down. So once I get out of the shower, we're gonna come back and make the salsas. Over here, I have some potatoes. I'm gonna turn these on so that they can start cooking while I'm in the shower. And then when I get out, hopefully they'll be ready or almost ready. And then I'll show y'all the salsa. Okay guys, I am back and we're gonna go ahead and get our salsa ready. My potatoes are done. My oven is preheating at 425 for my tilapia, but I'm gonna do the green salsa first because once this is blended up, it's done. That's it. So I have my tomatillos already in here and I'm gonna go ahead and just put in all of my jalapenos and serranos in here. And then just a little bit of the water in here, not all of it, because it'll be too much. The tomatillos are already watery. Actually, I'm just gonna put the peppers in here and we'll see what consistency that is. So I'm gonna get that blended, we'll try it, and then we'll move on to the red sauce. Okay, next I'm going to add garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. Okay, my salsa is ready. I have a potato chip here. I am going to try this and make sure it doesn't need any more salt or anything like that. That is perfect. I'm not gonna add anything else to it. I'm gonna get a little container and pour this in there, and then I will put this away in the fridge until tomorrow. All right, you guys, and now for my red salsa. I put the chiles de árbol in my blender cup here, and then I am going to pour all the tomatoes and the water that's in here into my cup as well. And to this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 garlic clove. That's all blended up, but we're not done yet. This does have another step. This is what I like to do. I have a little bit of oil right here in this little saucepan. I'm gonna let that heat up for a minute, and then I'm gonna pour my salsa in here and let that come to a simmer. I'm also going to be adding some oregano. Okay, so I'm gonna let this come to a simmer for about a couple of minutes, and then I will be pouring it into this little bowl. Here, I already did my mashed potatoes. I added some heavy cream, butter, salt, and pepper, so those are ready to go. And now I am going to work on my crust for my tilapia. So I have 3 tablespoons of melted butter right here. I am going to add about half a cup of this shredded Parmesan, and then half a cup of this panko. For my tilapia, I have a baking sheet here lined with foil. I'm going to spray it with some olive oil. I'm going to season my tilapia with salt and pepper on both sides, and then just top it with that Parmesan crust, and that's it. I'll stick it in the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. Okay, my tilapia still has 13 minutes left to go. The last thing I'm gonna do for dinner is toast some bread on the comal because it just tastes better on the comal. So I'm gonna do that. I was gonna make broccoli, but I am running out of time. It is 4:55. Jaden has to be back at school at 6, which means we have to leave at 5:45. So we already have under an hour left and we still have to eat. So let me get this bread toasted and then I'll show y'all the tilapia once that's ready. This is how the tilapia turned out. It is nice and brown and crusted, and it smells so good too. And this is what dinner looks like today. Look at that. I, of course, have to add some salsa to it. This is the salsa that's in my fridge. I always have red salsa in my fridge. My husband prefers the red salsa. This is the exact same one that I made today. And here is the other one. This is the one I made today. This is the one that I had in my fridge. Okay, and now let's try this. That is perfect, you guys. It is so flavorful. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the butter or the cheese or what, but it is so good. And there's no better toast than the one you make on the comal. We have about 30 minutes to eat and then me and Jaden have to go. I will show you some clips of his concert here at the end. That is all that I was able to get done today. Time just flew by. I started late, but it is already 5 o'clock and I have been non-stop and I still have a lot left to do. So I think I'm going to record tomorrow and finish setting everything up. I still have to put up the tables and the chairs. I have to clean. I have to get all the Mother's Day gifts together. So y'all stay tuned for that video because that will be the video next after this one. For now, that is going to be all. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned to watch a little bit of the concert and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye y'all.